Hey guys, Robert Avionics Man. Okay, you just saw me on the airplane. I uploaded that video on tutorial on how to use the time domain reflectometer. So that's up and loaded. I want to mention that before we get into the repairs, talk a little bit about data bus wires, 629 and 429. 429, it's digital transmission wires, and it's usually a double shielded wire, just like this, grounded on one end, only one end. So, EMI doesn't affect it when the data that's in these red and blue wires are transmitted. This is an example that when I did the mega ohm and insulation tester of a damaged data bus wire. Anyway, look at the wire diagram here and different depictions. This says WAS, which is a GPS sensor, and it says 429. There's two buses. 429 is 100 bits per second of transmission, and on the 629, and it transmits only in one direction. 629 bus is digital information, and it's 2 megabits per second, if I'm not mistaken. But megabits per second, and it transmits both directions. This 777, for example, has more of the 629 bus. But I'm going to give you on the wiring diagram some examples. You see the wire shielded. Remember, go to your symbols, and you'll know that this is a shielded wire, double shielded, red and blue. But look what it says here: 429 in, and it's coming over here. And this says what? ARINC 429 bus output. Coming from the GPS signal. This is another example. Is the 777 test. It's output bus 2, and it's going input bus 1, and it's going to, and it's going to the, to the different transmitters for the VHF. And this is another one. It says transmit, and this is coming over here, and this is a transmit bus. But it's always like a shielded wire, if you're not mistaken. Remember, we're going to discuss repairs and not get into systems. I'm looking forward to getting into systems. But all systems has LRUs, line replaceable units, boxes, relays, and then wires in between. And just like we troubleshot the single wire, which was for the fire loop, which we have it over here, And by the way, we're going to give a fire loop course once we got into the system, and these are the different loops on the engine. See, it's on the engine. Just like we repaired that wire, the troubleshooting and the isolation is the same because you got disconnects like we do, and it's the same type of isolation and troubleshooting. So I just wanted to let you know that.